Hello and welcome to Cultural Apologists React for today, September 17, 2024. This is an AI-generated podcast intended as an engaging, relevant, and informative way to explore what Christian cultural apologists might think about the day's news. But like all AI, it can make mistakes. Use it for generating possible ideas, but don't rely on it as an authoritative guide to the day's news or to the details of cultural apologetics. Here are some key points from the article. Donald Trump will hold a live broadcast on X Spaces tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. The New York Times reported that John Roberts, the Chief Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court, used his position to urge his colleagues to rule quickly and in favor of Donald Trump in cases related to presidential immunity and obstruction of justice charges. Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, promised to work tirelessly to investigate the apparent assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Joe Biden addressed the National HBCU Week Conference in Philadelphia, decried the attempted assassination, and urged Americans to work together to stop political violence. The Secret Service's acting director was assessing what happened and determining whether further adjustments were needed to ensure Trump's safety. A video posted on Facebook showed the arrest of Ryan Wesley Routh, 58, who is suspected in the apparent assassination attempt on Donald Trump. Elon Musk deleted a now-deleted post on X that questioned why Donald Trump had faced two apparent assassination attempts while Joe Biden and Kamala Harris had not encountered any. Commentary: the would-be assassin's bullet may have missed its mark, but it has struck a nerve, exposing the festering wound of power without accountability that threatens to consume our time. In an era where leaders seem more concerned with consolidating their authority than serving the common good, we are reminded of the wisdom of Herman Bavinck. The man who seeks to govern others must first learn to obey himself. This is no trivial matter. When those in power prioritize personal gain and ambition over a sense of responsibility to serve others, they create an environment in which violence can thrive. Consider the Supreme Court's recent rulings on presidential immunity and obstruction of justice charges, decisions that have been widely criticized for their perceived bias in favor of Donald Trump. The New York Times has reported that Chief Justice John Roberts used his position to urge his colleagues to rule quickly and in favor of the former president, raising questions about whether justice is being served or merely perpetuated. Meanwhile, Attorney General Merrick Garland's promise to investigate the apparent assassination attempt on Donald Trump may be a welcome gesture, but it also underscores the need for leaders to prioritize accountability over personal interests. In an era where those in power seem more concerned with protecting their own authority than upholding justice, we are left wondering, who will hold them accountable? As Herman Bavinck astutely observed, the true mark of greatness lies not in the possession of power, but in the use of it for the welfare of others. Yet, time and again, our leaders seem more focused on maintaining their grip on power than serving the greater good. This is a stark reminder that leadership is not about wielding authority, but about using it to uplift and protect all people. The attempted assassination of Donald Trump has sparked widespread outrage, but let us not forget that this is merely one symptom of a larger disease, a culture in which power without accountability can lead to disregard for the well-being and dignity of all people. As Herman Bavinck so eloquently put it, I am convinced that the greatest danger to our time is the abuse of power, which leads to a disregard for the well-being and dignity of all people. As we grapple with the aftermath of this attempted assassination, let us not forget the lessons of history. When leaders prioritize personal gain over service to others, they create an environment in which violence can flourish. It is time for us to reclaim our democracy from those who seek to exploit it for their own ends. In the end, it will take more than just investigations and condemnations to restore accountability to our system of government. We need leaders who embody the values of service, justice, and compassion. Leaders who understand that true greatness lies not in power, but in using it to uplift all people. The stakes are high, and the time for action is now. Will we rise to the challenge? Thank you for listening to today's episode of Cultural Apologists React. Be sure to come back tomorrow for a new take on the day's news from the standpoint of Christian cultural apologetics.